Alright, and I'm back! Hello everyone, and welcome to the third game in this Deju show match. Pick your opponent's civilization in all these games. We have a Magyars versus Koreans matchup. Mr. Yo taking the first two games, but not in a convincing fashion, in a very hard-fought manner. And I only have to assume that this game will be another close one. And I'll look forward to that. Mr. Yo playing as the Koreans, civilization chosen by Lix. And Lix playing as the Magyars, civilization chosen by Yo. Magyars are a good civilization, especially on open maps. Don't know why Yo would choose this for Lix. I think the Magyars are a little underrated. And just a while ago, we were all saying how OP the Koreans were. Really, the problem is not that the Koreans are OP, it's that no one likes their playstyle, that their towers are too strong, and hopefully they'll get some balance changes in the future, as no one wants to see all tower gameplay. But really, the Koreans are a strong civilization if you tower rush successfully, and they're a incredibly weak civilization if that fails. But we'll have to see. We'll take a look at the map and see the legitimacy of the tower rush strategy for them in just a second. Yeah, let's do that right now. So, let's take a look at Lix's map. How tower rushable is it? That's what we're thinking about as we see this Korean civilization for Yo. It's not that tower rushable, to be quite honest. So what you're looking for is you're looking for resources to be forward from Lix. We don't really see that. We see one gold forward. We see the berries forward. But none of the wood lines are forward. This stone is kind of on the side. So Mr. Yo would have to get around and place a tower behind this wood line or behind this wood line. He's not going to place it on the stone. If Lix sees the stone, he could always go to it. So this is not a great map for a tower rush. So this will put the Koreans at a disadvantage. How good of a map is this for a scout rush, as the Magyars like the scout rush? It's a fairly good map. I mean, KOTD2 Arabia is a very open map. It's very hard to wall it. We saw last game, Lix did in fact wall the map. He walled it very early, but that put him at such a disadvantage economy-wise. And I don't think that was worth it at all. It takes a lot of resources to wall, and if you don't need to, then don't do that. So a scout rush can be fairly effective on this map. Let's see how the scout battle goes. This is going to be a losing battle for you. I don't know why you even take that fight, as you don't take a scout fight right next to your opponent, as they can always bring in a villager. That makes no sense. Of course, it's nice if Yo can kill the scout of Lix, as that'll aid his tower rush a lot. And one more thing to consider. If you know the Magyars are going to go Scout Rush, then Tower Rush can be more viable. You typically don't want to go Tower Rush against a Dark Age Rush civilization or a Men-at-Arms Rush civilization, but the Magyar Scouts are so strong. What are you doing, Lix? And Lix is going to lose his Scout. That's not good at all. This is good news for Yo. This is going to definitely, as we were just saying right now, I didn't think we'd get in the situation, but this is going to be great if Yo wants to go for a Tower Rush. As Lix is not paying attention. We just talked about how bad a tower rush would be on this map. Well, losing the scout changes everything. And maybe that convinces Yo to go for that tower rush. Luckily, Yo does have a gold in the back. He's got berries in the back. Has some back wood, although this wood line is not very easy to saturate. All these villagers there. Only so many can fit around there. Yo's going to bring in a few deer as well. Don't know what Yo's going to need the food for unless he wants to go militias, but I'm going to bring in that food anyway. And we'll see what Yo's going to decide to do. Lix, we know Lix is going to wall. He's going to wall anyway. It was a tiny wood line, you're right. Gonna place that barracks in a forward position. We'll see if any militia come out, probably not. And we have a tower rush from Yo. Of course we do. Of course we have a tower rush from Yo. It makes a lot of sense now with the scout dead. But Lix has anticipated this, and remember last game how I criticized him so much for his walls? Well, these walls would make no sense at all unless you were expecting a tower rush from Yo, and now they make a lot of sense. Now this tower can't get behind the wood line of Lix without busting through these walls. And Yo will have to build his first tower here, as opposed to building it here or here. So this is good. This is good for Lix. Lix can go up with a stable. And I like he doesn't build a stable here as well, because he could lose it to forward villagers and a tower. Now let's see how Yo reacts. Yo has not... Oh, he's just seen them right now. He's got Koreans, +3 line-of-sight villagers. And for those of you that are new, some of you are new in the chat, do not lose that scout! Oh, that was so close. A little slower reaction and that scout would have been lost. And, oh, wow, how lucky is that? That town center would not have hit that scout had that scout not turned around at the last second. Luckily, Yo has seen all the resources of Lix. He knows what he needs to do. Lix is going to defend in the back. But Yo's already starting the tower creep. Why is the Koreans' tower rush so strong? Villagers, +3 line of sight. Look at how much line of sight they have. Stone miners, +20% work rate. They gather stone 20% faster. Towers, free tower upgrades in the Castle Age and the Imperial upgrade age. +1 range in the Castle Age, +2 range in the Imperial Age. Towers build 5% faster for the Koreans. Tons of bonuses for the towers. For the Magyars, you get no eco bonuses, but you do get scouts, which are discounted, and scouts with +1 attack because of free foraging. So they are pretty deadly, as Lix is going to go out and try to pick off a villager. Normally, 2 scouts wouldn't be able to do anything versus a villager, but with that free foraging, looks like they're going to kill one immediately. And even going to get a second. Mr. Yo building the forward barracks, going to have to run his spearmen back. One spearman's not going to be able to do the job. And Yo is going to defend right there. So this is good, delaying the stone income. And actually going to be able to get through that wall. How the hell did they do that? Did they phase through? Oh, it's only 1 HP on that palisade wall. Gonna kill, I think that was 2 or 3 villagers. Yeah, 3 villagers down. Great play from Lix. Really disrupting the economy of Yo. But look at this. Yo with a good tower in that location could even batter down that stable. And these towers are in okay positions. They don't really take away resources. The berries have been taken away. That's pretty big. And because of that, now Lix has to place these farms in a very awkward position. And if I was Yo, you could build a mining camp right there, or you could batter down this stable. And Spearman's going to try to get away. Who's in a better position this game? Yo is down 3 villagers. He's got 5 villagers idle at the time being. With that said, Lix really doesn't have much as far as army is concerned. He's having enough trouble getting villagers out. There's no way he can afford scouts at this time. As he is mining stone, he's just getting his farms up. As he's not able to take those berries. Gonna place the tower there. This tower will be up faster for Yo. Lix, you gotta build with more villagers. That 5% build bonus really does add up. And let's see if Lix is going to lose any more villagers. This guy is weak. But the tower's not going to target him first. Alright, so tower is up. Successful defense from Lix. But these villagers still doing something, which is good. And Lix can't afford to lose a stone. Looks like he's got enough stone in the bank to build another one. There we go. These towers will be up at the exact same time. So will be another successful defense from Lix. Lix's base is fully defended. Does not have to worry about any more tower creep. However, he is stuck in the corner of his map. But look what he's got here. He's got stone, he's got 2 golds, and he's got enough wood for the time being. So he's not in a bad position at all. Eventually, he'll have to push out, and that tends to be the problem. This is good. This is great by Lix. Gonna take out these towers before they get upgraded in the Castle Age. This is what you have to do. And even is going to bring in more villagers and go for this one. This is great. You want to take out these towers again before they're upgraded. As when they get upgraded to guard tower and get +1 range, then you could add a siege workshop on this hill and push down. But that's not going to happen, at least not for this north side. These southern towers, of course, still standing. They're within the range of each other. And Yo's just going to build a little more back. This time he's actually going to wall this tower in, so it won't be able to be taken out. So Lix is in the corner, which is bad, but I think his economy is better. Certainly less farms for Yo. You get a comprehensive picture of where the players are at as far as their economy. Let's take a look at their resources and their eco upgrades. Very little resources for Yo. Eco upgrades. We have double bit axe and horse collar done. No handcart for either player. Licks, more food in the bank, more farmers. Getting wheelbarrow now. Does he have both upgrades? He has double bit axe, does not have horse collar, notably. But still, Licks is in a better position. He's going to have to reseed these farms fairly shortly. As you can see, 28 food on it, 12 food on it, 155 food on it. Oh, nice tower from Yo. But Licks is in a better spot. Eco-wise, this villager might actually die. No, he's going to be fine. And this sucks. Licks is actually going to have to wall behind this. And going to have to give up his stone, so no more towers for Licks. Licks is going to be stuck with only adding a single town center in the next age. He'll have to buy some stone to go up for a second town center. Or third town center, I suppose. This other stone is inaccessible. And gonna build the stone walls in the back. Probably gonna want to build the stone walls behind the houses as well. Licks with a lot on gold. That's way too many on gold. Why does he have so many on gold? Unless he's gonna build a market. Oh, he's actually got a sneak villager. And these scouts somehow did get in again. I bet that that stone mine just ran out, so the wall wasn't completed. And I don't know if that's a villager or a spearman. I'm guessing that's a villager. We have a 4 villager advantage for Licks. I think Licks has the wheelbarrow upgrade as well, and Yo does not. So way better economy for Licks. This might be the first game that Licks takes away from Yo. Licks going to the castle age, a lot of advantages for him. And this sneak villager is great. It's great because this will be a very quick raid from Licks, and it could be game ending. I'm going to guess Licks is going to add a stable. Those knights are already going to have +2 attack, so they're going to be able to kill villagers very quickly. Going to get scale barding armor, but where's the stable? Come on, Licks, you're going up to the next age. Build a stable. Doesn't have the wood quite yet. You think Yo did wheelbarrow? Check. This is a big upgrade. Oh shoot, where is it? Oh, it's more to the left. Yeah, he did wheelbarrow, you're right. So we're still stuck at a 4-vill advantage for Licks. But this early raid might be devastating. Yo, no towers back at home. The thing is, Yo is not even thinking to himself he needs towers back at home. Because if he sees any knights coming in, he'll see them with the line of sight of these towers here. Oopsie. He'll see them with the line of sight of his towers here, and then he could build a tower really quickly back at home. But little does he know, Licks has actually got a stable right here. And he's not going to see it coming at all. So those knights can go to the gold. If they have +2 armor, they can raid under the town center, and they can go to the stone and to the wood. Only good thing for Yo is that the wood is in the back, which is the most vulnerable resource. Alright, Yo up to the next age. Yo has enough stone for almost 2 towers. If he gets 1 on his gold... No, he needs 2 on his wood. That's what he needs. Needs to wall that one in. Alright, here comes the first knight of Licks. No reaction from Yo. Yo gonna lose 1 villager. Gonna wall in that villager, okay. So these guys are safe. And we'll have to see a quick tower in the wood line. No tower coming up quite yet. Gonna build a barracks. Gonna bring the spearmen over. He's got 2 spearmen to defend. So 2 spearmen on top of the hill. Looks like it will be enough to defend. We'll build 1 tower in the wood line. We now have 3 knights from Licks. Fully upgraded. Already fully upgraded. That's impossible to do with almost any civilization. Any other civilization. That guy's very lucky to get away. Just barely enough spearmen for Yo to defend. So far, good defense from Yo. But we have a siege workshop coming up from Licks on top of the gold. Yo will have to get gold from somewhere. Now guard towers up. That'll help to defend. That'll help to maintain this position. Pikemen coming in. Bodkin arrow coming in right away. And even a monk from Lix. I wasn't expecting that. Tower coming up. This is a panic tower. Let's see if these spearmen are able to push back. This tower is so important because it'll help to prevent the mangonels from doing too much damage. Pikemen done. They'll be able to do some great damage against these knights. A lot of these knights are already weak. But these knights are just too well upgraded. I'm going to take down those pikemen instantly. Tower's still not up. One villager gets converted. Going to see another rush up with the tower. This tower has to go up before the mangonel comes in. Here comes the mangonel. Is it going to get a huge hit? 80%, 90%. Going to get one hit. Most of those villagers were weak and 2 going down. But the tower will get the monk. Where will it? Run, run, monk. Nice, good, good. Looks like Yo is collapsing. The knight numbers are getting higher and higher. These pikemen are still dropping off. Yo is not taking that much more stone. He's got enough stone for another 2 towers. Place one here. He's got to defend this location first. Ram is coming out. You know your opponent smells blood when he goes for a ram instead of a mangonel. And this mangonel, if it gets a big shot on those pikemen, that's it. Another ram coming out. That tower needs to focus down that mangonel. And so far, the pikeman's still alive. The mangonel is down, so now the pikeman can come out. Tower does not have enough HP to garrison villagers anymore. There's not enough pikemen. I think this might be the end of the game. One of the specs saying GG. Might be the end of the game. We have 2 rams remaining. A lot of knights. So many knights. No pikemen left. GG. That town center was going to go down. GG. Wow. What a good defense from Lix. And then, this is a nice counter to the Koreans' Trush. This was the move that won Lix the game. Building that sneaky stable, monastery, and siege workshop. That first raid did some damage. And just Yo was not expecting that at all. If Yo knew this was coming, he would have built towers in his base and defended. Would have built some more in this area. Built here, built here. This tower not getting up until very late. Great play from Lix. Great sneak. Next game is starting fairly shortly. And that'll help even up the series. And the Magyars, really underrated civ. We saw a lot of their bonuses. Getting those upgrades super fast with those free attack upgrades. The scouts did some good damage as well. A showcase of their civilization. Hello everyone, and welcome to, oh my god, I love this civilization matchup. That's what I've said every single game of the series. Welcome to the 4th game in this show match between Yo and Lix. Scores 2-1. All of these matches have been fairly close. And I'm really excited for this one because it's Britons versus Goths. And you know me, Goths are my favorite civilization. Britons, this is an interesting one. This is a classic Age of Conquerors matchup. And some people might think, you could, let me give arguments for both sides why each civilization might have an advantage over each other and why this is such an interesting one. So the Britons are typically known as the better Arabia civilization by far. Their archer rush is great. Their archer ranges build faster. +1 range on their archers in Castle Age, an additional 1 in Imperial Age. Great bonuses for Arabia. Shepherds gather 25% faster, another great bonus. And their town centers are discounted, giving them a great economy in the Castle Age. So tons of bonuses for the Britons. And that's why they're so good on Arabia. But for the Goths specialize with their unique unit, the Huskarl, at countering archers. So once the Huskarl is out, they'll destroy any sort of archer that's out on the field. That's the British specialty. Otherwise, the Goths don't get too many bonuses. Sure, they can have a good militia or men-at-arms rush with their barracks building faster and their men-at-arms discounted. Doesn't usually play a huge role. Big weakness of the Goths in not having an eco bonus or not having stone walls. So they're at a disadvantage early game by a large margin. But if it makes it to that late game, Huskarls can dominate. The key is the British need to have an advantage, which they usually do. They need to have a big enough advantage going into the Castle and Imperial Age to be able to finish up the opponent before they go Huskarls, or to transition to Cavalier or Champion and be able to win against the Goths. If it's even, Goths will win. With that said, the game shouldn't be even because the British have so many early game advantages. Depends how the game is played. You need to have enough of an advantage, or you need to be even enough to be able to win it in this civilization matchup, which is nice. That said, let's take a look at the maps. Will this favor a men-at-arms play from the Goths or a archer play from the British? We have Yo's gold in an extremely, extremely forward position. Look how close it is to Lix. This is not a great thing for Yo. Yo is going to need his gold to go archers. One thing you do as archer civilization to help protect your gold early game and to get your economy right is to go for a Dark Age rush, and that looks like what Yo is going to do. He's going to build that barracks. Maybe he's going to make men-at-arms. Yo also has a forward wood line. Not too bad. And some resources in the back. Not a terrible map for Yo, except for that terrible gold. Lix, areas at the left. Wood to the right. You want your resources in the back when you're going against such a strong archer civilization as the British with their extra range. Gold is in a terrible position for Lix as well. Stone is going to be important as you're going to want a castle for Huskarls. Over here on the left side. Very lucky that this wood line is actually connected, so that'll form a natural barrier. Potentially, Lix can wall here, but again, no stone walls, so it will be a weak wall. Where's Lix going? Where's he going? Is he going to wall that right now? He is, and he's going to get loom. Lix thinking about the late game already. Going to get loom and going to wall that up. Oh, that was close. Yo trying to avoid the town center by going that route, but that was risky. That scout almost getting walled in. And Lix, loving his walls, gonna wall that up right away. It's actually open in the back. And that's Yo's point of view, my bad. Lix, does he see this as open? He probably assumes this is closed, and if he does, that's a huge mistake. Those walls don't really do too much. There's a giant opening in the back. So, Lix up to the next age. Yo actually not up to the next age. Yo has gone with a traditional Dark Age rush. Something you don't see too often. Nowadays, anyway. What version of Arabia is this? This is KOTD2, King of the Desert 2, MEMS Tournament, Arabia. It's a more open version of Arabia without cliffs. And... still open, that villager. This is still open. That wall was never placed. And this one's going to get blocked, but the town center will shoot a few arrows. But the villager will go down. That said, this scout did lose a lot of HP. Nice disruption so far from Yo. And already, as we said earlier in the game, the British with an advantage. Part of it is the mind games, as we haven't seen any archers yet, but good play from Yo. Good traditional Dark Age rush, doing what it's supposed to do. This has allowed Yo to keep his resources safe, but also go up on a higher villager number, so he'll be able to drop down 2 archery ranges right away. Going to transition to gold. A nice showcase of the traditional Dark Age rush. Stable coming up from Lix. It's not unheard of as the Goths. The problem is the Goths don't get eco bonuses, although they do get a diverse tech tree. But usually you see militia or men-at-arms from the Goths because they get the discount and the faster barracks. And I would have liked to see that from Lix. I don't like the scout play as much. Nice economy from Yo, getting the eco upgrades right away. Both those farms will have horse collar. But not having enough wood for the archer range, going 2 archer ranges right away is often a little difficult. I'm going to add it now. Remember, some of these militia and the scout losing HP to that town center earlier on, so these scouts will be able to clean these up. A little lucky. Men-at-Arms being upgraded, and it's going to be cancelled. So, okay, I would have liked to see Lix go for Men-at-Arms, militia of his own, then he wouldn't have had to take in so much damage earlier in the game. But the scout play is going to work as a great cleanup. I'm going to push out with that. Yo will be forced to build a few spearmen. And Lix will get a good scouting report on Yo. Yo going up with his first archer range now. Still open on this left side. A lot of idle villagers for Lix. Going to sort them out now. And Blix, of course, going to wall even more. Don't take a hit on that Spearman. So the best thing you could do for Lix is maybe force your opponent to build another Spearman. Yeah, he's built 2 Spearmen. That's good. And stay back for now and buy some time until your walls go up. You might need a tower as well. This gold is extremely exposed, so you will need a tower to defend from it. Defend from archers. And you're playing as Goths, I think you should double layer with these walls or build some houses behind them. I completely agree, Commander Nefarious. These colors are unnatural. We need to stop this game right now. Message the players. Message them in Chinese to switch the players. But I completely agree. The Goths, sorry, the British should be red. And look at this. Yo, forgetting there's a hole in that wall, too. So, goes for both players. If there's any civilization that should be red, it should be the British. Alright, so let's see if the scouts can do some damage. I don't think Yo even saw those scouts come in. Let's see if he's going to commit. That Spearman going to kill 1 scout. Going to kill 2 scouts. Did a villager even go down? 1 villager might have gone down or might not have. Did you guys see a villager go down? 2 of these villagers are low. If they don't go down, that was a terrible waste. Not the worst waste, but that was not a good play. Lix is even... Oh, there we go. Lix has found the hole, actually. Good for him. Gonna build behind that. I think just use the resources now and just house wall the whole thing. And Lix, smart play, gonna go with the archer ranges in the back. He's actually not taking any gold. He's gonna go for skirmishes for a while. And probably will go with a market. Got gold on the left side. Take there, potentially. Skirmishes is great play. An alternative might be go fast castle and knights, or fast castle and try to go huscarls, but these walls are paper thin. They're not going to hold very long. I think that would be a misplay. I think skirmishes is the best play at this stage of the game. He's going to need fletching to engage these archers. Fletching is +1 attack and +1 range. Oh, and look at this. Lix is going to delete the wall, and he's going to move around to trap the archers. This is so much smarter than attacking right there. But, yeah, he's going to wait for fletching first, I think. Or a 5th skirmisher. There's only 19 HP on this house, though. That's not going to last too long. Alright, fletching almost done. And Yo's going to actually scout this with that 1 archer that's going to die, but it's better than losing all of the archers. That could have been a great play for Lix. Let's see if he's going to get a 2nd archer. Should be able to get at least 1 more. Going to kill that one right away. Is he going to get a 3rd? This one being split up. Looks like the rest of them might get away. So that could have been more disastrous from Yo. Smart play from Lix. Very smart play. And this house wall is going to be much stronger than that palisade. Castle Age first for Yo. Something about this build says it's been more investment for Lix. I don't know what it is. Oh, so we had 1 military building being created for Yo, the archer range. Meanwhile, Lix has built 3 military buildings, so that might have slowed him down a bit. And more military as well. So that has led to a faster castle age from Yo. Gonna have the skirmishers on that gold. Gonna build a market now, and go up to the next stage. So far, if this was a mirror matchup, both civilizations were British, you'd say this game might be even in Yo's favor. Yo is going up to the next stage much sooner. I would definitely say this is Yo's favor, but this is not a mirror matchup. This is a Goths versus British war. Because of that, I think Lix is actually doing pretty okay. I wouldn't say he's ahead, like the score would say. But he's in a solid position for this stage of the game. And this is nice for Lix, taking out as many archers as possible. Getting tons of archers, tons of value for these skirmishers. And these villagers are going to come in. Usually the archer-scout combination beats skirmisher-spearman, but not in this case. And tons of value for these units. The Goths player is the one who's being aggressive, and that's great. I think that's all going to switch once these upgrades come in. So these archers already +1 range from the British bonus. Yo could add town centers if he wants, and it's not a bad idea as the British. But Lix is up to the castle age. Lix can get a lead skirmisher. Lix can get a few knights. Is he on stone yet? He's not on stone. So I guess we're going to see an eco approach from Lix. Probably add some town centers. Now that knight's going to clean up all of those skirmishers. I don't know if elite skirmisher makes sense anymore. And we have a lot of spearmen from Lix. Now Lix's army composition is very weak. Let's see if he can save some of these skirmishers. Yeah, he will be able to. So army composition from Yo is much stronger. These crossbows with the additional range will be very strong. This siege workshop will get delayed, which is great. I think the spearmen are a little out of position. And they're going to come back to save. Oh, can they get a few hits on those knights? Yes, they can. Flick's taking stone. He is not. Still no stone. And I mean, honestly, it doesn't make sense for him with this lead, the way the game is going with a lot of cavalry from Yo. It makes sense that he's going to go with a more eco approach. Take it easy as opposed to going heavy on stone. For now. Eventually he's going to get a castle up, sure. But not at this time. Looking good. Yo, any additional town centers? Not quite yet. He's going to go with a few scorpions. Going to have one additional town center. It's not as big as investment for the British. 50% discount on town centers. You're going to come forward with a scorpion. I think because of that, probably be worth it for Lix to either add some knights or add a siege workshop of his own for mangonels. Lix going to add a town center there. I do not like the position at all. The town center should be here to protect the gold. Or here. Not a good position there. And this army composition not going to do a whole lot against the Scorpion archer composition here. These archers might be able to get in through this palisade wall. Again, it's paper thin. Lix is going to have to defend for the time being. Gonna add a third town center in the back. Yo probably already has a third town center. There it is. Slightly better economy for Yo. Stronger army for Yo. But he's on a ticking timer. And gonna give up on those the scorpions. Good mangonel hit. Knight transition was a good idea from Lix. I was thinking Siege Workshop, but it looks like Knights was the better play. Gonna go back. Just buying himself some time, taking a good engagement. Now he can go back as Yo regroups. Right now, Lix just focusing on getting his farmers out. Making sure he's able to maintain his army production. Gonna get a Siege Workshop out. Getting his economy rolling. Once he's got this town center surrounded by farms, more farms around this town center, maybe a few farms here, then he could send a few villagers to stone and get his castle up. Right now he's just focusing on maintaining army production and maintaining villager production. As you can see, this town center idle, this town center idle. Not great as far as the boom is concerned for Lix. And he's under some pressure. As this Megan on these archers can move in. Now a Siege Workshop would be nice, but the Siege Workshop's actually on the right. It should be on the left. For better protection. Ballistics even coming in. These archers are absolutely deadly. These skirmishers without +2 armor, they will die very quickly. Let's see if these knights can pick off this Meganel without losing too many. Yeah, they're going to be able to pick it off right away. +2 armor on the knights. They have good upgrades. No bloodlines quite yet. Bloodlines would have been great. Who's going to win this engagement? Ballistics coming in right now. Skirmish is going to lag behind a little bit. That's not good. But it's going to be enough. I thought Yo was going to do massive damage with these crossbows, but Lix just has enough. Has enough to clean up these archers. Great play. Lix is 15 villagers down. I don't know. This raid has really... All this pressure has disturbed Lix's economy quite a bit. And even going up with the university, weird play as the Goths. So is this enough advantage for Yo? I mean, Lix hasn't even started to mine stone. He's going to start right now as he adds a 4th town center. Lix is going to have to defend for some time. With that 4th town center that's even more defensive, defensive-minded play. Lix is massing a good army. He's got a mangonel rolling forward. Lix is going to have to defend until this castle gets up and not lose too many villagers in the meantime. If he loses too many villagers, even if he gets the castle up, Yo can transition to Cavalier or into Champion. And right now, Yo has a good economy advantage. 15 villager
just
advantage.
as I leave, we have a castle coming up from Yo. This is the big power play from him.
Taking away Lix's gold. Remember how we talked about how that town center position was not so good? Well, now no more gold for Lix. If the town center was here, then maybe the castle would be further back. Yo gonna go with handcart, making his economy even better. So much pressure coming onto Lix. That said, Lix's score is not too bad. Mining stone like a madman. He wants his Huskarls. All he's got to defend right now is this small group of skirmishers. And mangonel coming out. We can even see longbow. So longbowmen will be... Longbowmen will be a little better against knights. They have one more attack. And maybe a little bit better against Huskarls. Maybe it'll buy Mr. Yo a little bit of a bigger window. Happened. A few buildings getting deleted, destroyed. These knights gonna sacrifice themselves for the mangonel. That keeps these skirmishers viable. That was a risky play to send all those knights in for the mangonel. Just these games, just such small windows to pick off these mangonels, and players are finding them. If those archers were a little closer to that mangonel, then it would have survived. There's the castle. This is the big play. Right as Yo's trying to go up with the tower. Is the castle going to get up? These skirmishers have to stay in the area to defend the castle. They can sacrifice themselves. They're okay. They're not worth anything anymore. Castle's going to be up, but Yo is going into Imperial Age and transitioning to men-at-arms. This game might be over. Yo might have enough of an advantage to hold. Does Lix have a gold in the back? Yes, he does. He's got enough gold. That's a lot of gold. We're going to research Anarchy. We're going to see the big Castle Age play from Lix. Here's the key. He needs to raid. He's not going to want to fight head straight up against champions. And champions, they take a lot of economy to go when you're not the Goths. So we only have 93 villagers from Yo. This is not a fully fleshed out economy quite yet. Only going to build a few barracks. Probably doesn't have the wood for more barracks. He's got a lot of gold. You could use the market for that. I would use a lot of market. So Lix, he needs to expand out, build some barracks here, and raid the hell out of his opponent. Which he can do. This is an extremely open map. Yo's going to solidify its position. Nice towers in the back. Lix can't afford to take any more damage to his economy. And look at the economy for Lix. Both players are on even economies now. As Lix has continued to boom off of his 4 town centers. Yo is going into the Imperial Age with one of his town centers, and the other 2 are working. So essentially a small 2 town center advantage for a short period of time. Let's see if these long swordsmen can do the job. Long swordsmen can defend if they're already in the proper position. And they can push if these castles are down. Those are big ifs. Alright, here we go. Next few minutes are going to be critical. How long can Lix repair this castle? And where are the Huskarls? Oh, here they are. Gonna be built here. Lix, no houses! He needs the houses! Get the houses up, man! Especially if you lose this castle. Inscription coming in for Yo. This big castle age push might be a little too late, but the first raid is going to be very effective. And what is this? I think, is Yo trying to place a castle on this hill or something? Feels GG, but I'm not sure. Tower even coming up on this hill. What is the point of this tower? To help, I guess to help against the two-hand swordsman. Alright, let's check out upgrades. I think two-hand swordsmen have like +3 attack against Huskarls. Huskarls will be cheaper. But what Lix has to do is avoid the two-handed swordsman. And not, or take good engagements. This is not a good engagement. He's gonna lose this. Will the spam be enough? That's a terrible engagement. You want to avoid them. You want to raid here. The swordsmen are slow. Huskarls are quick and GG. That's it. That was it. Man. Both castles going down. For Yo, town center going down. Bad first engagement. This took way too long to happen. And this game could have swung at any moment. If this push was a little faster from Lix. Yo doing enough damage to the Gaunt's player early game. Solidify his advantage and transition to champions. Good play from Yo. You saw a few times where Lix looked to be pushing the advantage, but didn't have enough to defend. A few upgrades here might have made a difference. Different town center position could have helped. A quicker Huskarl raid could have helped. But we didn't see it. Yo's going to take this game 3-1. Hello everyone, and welcome to this fifth game. 3-1. Yeah, fifth game. In this show match between Lix and Yo for $100. This is Choose Your Opponent Civilization. In blue, the choice of Lix, we have Yo playing as the Saracens. In red, we have Lix, the choice of Yo, playing as Ethiopians. Ethiopians is a good civ. It's a very good Arabia civ. They were, a lot of people regarded them a little more highly maybe a year ago, but they're still a very good civ. So Ethiopians, plus 100 food, plus 100 gold. Every time they reach the next age, that's of course biggest impact once they reach feudal age. Archers fire 15% faster. Great bonus. Pikemen upgrade for free. That's nice. And some other minor bonuses, which we probably won't see. Towers and outposts. Outposts plus 3 line of sight. So Ethiopians, all about the archers. Good men-at-arms rush because of that extra food and gold. Really good anything rush because of that extra resource. Saracens have always been one of the trickiest civs to play because they don't get an eco bonus. They don't really get a significant army bonus either. They get some of the most random bonuses in the game. For example, 2 water bonuses, galleys fire faster, and transport ships extra HP, extra carry capacity. We won't see those this game. 2 more random bonuses. Oh, don't kill that deer. Oh, don't kill the goat. You killed the goat. 2 more random bonuses. Archers plus 2 attack versus buildings. Can be useful. Cavalry archers plus 4 attack versus buildings. Usually is not useful. And then their big one. Markets minus 75 wood. And only 5% of a tribute fee for that. To trade resources. That's a huge bonus. But it's really their only big one. So what do the Saracens have going for them? Other than that market bonus? Really, they have a great tech tree. They have one of the best tech trees in the game. Only downside being they don't actually get Cavalier, which would have been nice. But they get Bloodlines. They get a great Archer line. All the upgrades on their Arbalest. They get a great unique unit, if they can go for it. The unique unit, the Mameluke, is a heavy camo unit, so it is good against cavalry. Not a very good unit in this situation because Lix is playing as an archer civilization. It's terrible cavalry, so we won't see the unique unit. Saracens have great siege, great for late game. Hard to go siege in the late game on an open map like Arabia. They get great monks, hard to go monks on Arabia. So not a lot going for the Saracens in this matchup. Sure, they get bloodlines on their cavalry, but that's about it. And a good market. So Yo's going to have to play a really good game. Or have this one. You're going to try to lame this boar, but Lix is going to come back with the scout. Saracens have the best rugs. It's their civ bonus. I would disagree with that. I would say the Persians have the best rugs. I myself am Persian, and am celebrating Persian New Year. We were actually supposed to have Demise read a cast today, but he had something to do, and that would have been an all-Persian cast for you. So I have to disagree with that one. But I beg to differ. Or I digress. That Dragon, I think he has a better record against Yo. He's not playing in this one because he's already lost twice in these show matches hosted by Deju. Although they were close. But now it's Lix's turn to go against Mr. Yo. And I suppose if Lix loses this one, then we may have either Tim or Yinghua, which are considered probably the 4th and 5th best Chinese players at the current moment. Yo gonna lure in this deer. Got these very close zebra to his base. In King of the Desert 2 Arabia, that the deer or the zebra spawn has been more normalized. So Lix can lure these in too, but it's gonna be hard with the lumber camp, the villagers, and the stone here. Lix! Are we surprised? Walling early. I think walling is fine. Even with today's balance, I think walling is good. Certainly was very good at defending that tower rush, but I don't think you have to wall this early. Just wait a little bit. Wait till Feudal Age. It doesn't hurt your economy as much. Yo, gonna go with a traditional Dark Age rush. This is the second time we've seen a traditional Dark Age rush from Yo. And that's a little unusual. We don't see this build too often anymore. Then again, we don't really see these civs too often either. So. But I think Mr. Yo likes this Dark Age rush. This used to be like the most common strategy in Age of Conquerors with Wololo Kingdoms. Certainly the Men-at-Arms rush has become the most popular, sometimes followed by towers. But I like to see these different strategies, even a 4th militia being added. This is hard to do with a civilization without an economy bonus. And it's a good thing Yo has those zebra, because otherwise he wouldn't be able to execute this build. So likely we'll see something similar to we saw the British game. Oh, my bad. This is a Men-at-Arms rush. Haha. I'm not paying attention to uptimes. This is a Men-at-Arms rush. So we'll see Men-at-Arms probably transition to archers. And since Yo is against the Ethiopians, he'll probably make more skirmishers. Lix, of course, doesn't get 15% faster firing on his skirmishers. He only gets it on archers. So 3 militia for Lix. 4 for Yo. You have to like the numbers game for Yo. 4 is better than 3. And Yo should be able to push this back. Oh, actually going to take an engagement. That's great. Great for Yo. So we said Yo is going to have to play his top game to go against the civilization that has a lot of bonuses over the Saracens. And so far he's doing pretty well. Going to win the militia battle. Now, let's see. Is Lix able to go up with an archer range right away? Yes, he is. So he's going to get some archers and probably will push back these men-at-arms. And at that point, it's debatable whether... I don't even know if that 4th militia is even worth it. Adding an extra militia takes more economy presence, takes more early farms, so it delays your archer range a bit, and delaying your archer range might delay you a little bit in the game, which could eventually lead to a loss. So was that 4th militia worth it? I'm not sure. For the time being, it grants map advantage to Yo. How much is that worth? I'm not sure. So not so optimal walls from Lix. Optimal walls would have been more like there and there. These walls don't get a lot of breathing room. That wood line is still exposed to archer raiding later in the game. Yo is going to hope to get lucky and kill that archer. He might actually get a few hits on it. Oh, look at that micro from Lix. The micro in this game has been top. Both these players, no lag. And top level players. It's amazing that archer did not take a single shot from those men-at-arms. Did a little zigzag move. Went here, and then down over here. Very early wheelbarrow for Yo. So wheelbarrow if you watch your Spirit of the Law videos, is best researched at 45 villagers, and I believe that calculation. So as opposed to building, so it takes 3 villagers worth of time to research wheelbarrow. So it's better to build the 3 villagers than research wheelbarrow. But the one thing that I would like to point out in competitive games is that food income is extremely important. It's the biggest thing leading you to go to the next stage faster. You can't research and upgrade for faster food income in like the mill or the lumber camp. So that makes wheelbarrow extremely important. And that's why an early wheelbarrow can be very beneficial for your economy. And with the way this game is going, I think it's certainly worth it. It's worth it if you're going with the skirmisher build. So if you're going to go with an archer build, you're going to need more villagers on gold, so it's worth it to build the villagers over wheelbarrow. But this build is just so well optimized to get an early wheelbarrow, it's great. The skirmishers won't be needing gold. And Yo already has enough food and wood, so he can afford it. Persian rubs are broken. Oh, it really ties the room together, yeah. We have the Nobowski emote. I don't know why Mr. GPN started that, but we do have that emote if you'd like to subscribe. If you say that phrase, then we can get the emote in there, and then that'll be like epic or something. Tower from Lix. Why? Just why do you need a tower? I get you get +3 line of sight as the Ethiopians, but why do you need a tower? I guess wanted to move out with his army and not worry about the man-at-arms. Okay. I can understand that reasoning, but you have archers back at home, so I think that's a very premature tower. You don't want to be using a tower when you don't have to. It costs resources. Alright, Lix is going to try to push in. Fletching already done for Lix, so has a little bit of power here. Has those men-at-arms to help support. And padded archer armor's done on the skirmishers now, so they'll be able to tank a lot more arrow fire. It's a very good upgrade in archer versus archer wars, or in this case, skirmisher versus skirmisher wars. Those men-at-arms doing some damage. Getting close to killing a villager, but not really. They're taking some shots. And this is going to be a win for Lix. Going to take a good engagement, but not enough to actually do any damage to us. Villager has more combat ability than these 5 skirmishers combined. Oh, look at this! Sneaky tower for Yo. Great tower. It's amazing Lix did not see this. And he sees it now. He could have seen it earlier in the game, but he was distracted on the hill. More men-at-arms being made for Yo, or... No, these are the old ones that were brought back. Okay. A great tower from Yo. Wow. That takes away these villagers from the wood line. They'll all be idle. Look how far they have to walk. That is a great tower. These villagers, look at that. That's 10 villagers. Every second they're not collecting villagers, that's 10 resources lost. So that's like 100, 200 resources lost right there. I know what you're saying, that tower costs 200 resources. Well, it'll continue to be a factor as we go into the Castle Age. Alright, so Lix is going to have to take this pretty crappy wood line on the right. Castle Age coming up very quickly for Yo. Remember how I made such a big deal about that early wheelbarrow upgrade? Well, here you go. Early Castle Age from Yo. I'm sure he used a little bit of that Saracen market as well. But Yo has not made a lot of army. He's only on 1 archery range. Made a few skirmishers. Most of them are dead. He's going to have to defend from this attack. And his response is going to be a lot of quick palisade walls. These are very thin walls. You can attack them from downhill. So they will not last very long. But hopefully Yo will be able to get out his elite skirmisher upgrade to defend. Saracens have a good champ line. Maybe he will stick to it. Is that a joke? God. Well, the Saracens do not have a good champ line. They have all upgrades on their champions, but a lot of civs get all upgrades on their champions, and they're usually not viable. Unless you have a big bonus for them. And then he's going against the Ethiopians, which specialize in archers and Jotel warriors, so that's not going to work. Age of Gates. Gonna place a nicely placed gate right there. Gonna get the lead skirmisher upgrade. Yo doing fairly well. He still could be in some trouble. I mean, we have a lot bigger army from Lix. His archers still fire 15% faster. Yo is taking so much gold. And I would bet you he doesn't mind taking so much gold because he's just going to use the Saracen market. So what can you do with the Saracen market? You take too much gold and you need wood? That's okay. Exchange 100 gold for 100 wood. You take too much gold and you need food? Still not too bad. Exchange 100 gold for 110 food. And comparing that to Lix, Lix gets much different rates right there. Lix gonna stage a comeback here. You feel it? I wouldn't say he was ever very much behind. Oh, you mean a comeback in the series? Yeah, he still wasn't very much behind. I wouldn't really say it's a huge comeback. It's 3. I mean, it is a little bit. But yeah. Let's see. All these games have been very close. I think, was that Elite Skirmisher upgrade cancel, or that just never came in? I thought I saw it. Guess he doesn't need it. And these scouts will be useful against skirmishers. Second archery range up for Yo. Is that his barracks? So, poor barracks. We never have enough love for the barracks in the Castle Age. I'm gonna delete that to put a gate there or something, or a siege workshop. Yo's like, yeah, that barracks won't be useful. Won't be going champions with that. 3 town centers for Yo. Couldn't mind a little stone because you're Saracens, so why not? If this siege workshop gets denied, this will be huge. And it will get denied. That village is going to die instantly. Siege workshop forward for Lix. Lix has a big army. The siege workshop's going to get denied. Yo will have to build it someplace else. There's no way he's going to be able to get that up. We'll see if he tries with the Elite Skirmisher upgrade, but I don't think he'll be able to do it. So, a lot of pressure going to be coming in from Lix. Yo going to get +2 armor. Okay. We have ballistics coming in for Lix. That is such a waste. Back at Lix's own base. We had that quick university. He put that tower up early so he doesn't have stone to build the town center. This is an all-in from Lix. An all-in. And for Yo, this is all-in defense as he's got those 3 town centers up and only going skirmishers. Alright, who's going to be able to defend? This is the opposite of what we saw in Game 2. That was the Turks and Turks Khmer War, where we had the Khmer player in Yo pushing. No, in Lix pushing. Lix, of course, failed in that push. Let's see if he's going to be more successful this time. Skirmishers with good upgrades, they can kill some of these guys. Don't want to run into the Mangonel. No stable to deal with that Mangonel. We have a siege workshop in the back. Yo is cramped for space. These archers, again, have ballistics. Don't want to get anywhere near them. Archer's going to move back. Oh, sorry, Skirmisher's going to move back. All 7 matches will be played, yes. Alright, let's see what Yo can do with this Mangonel. There's a little bit of a hill here, too. That needs to be taken into consideration. Right there. What is this villager doing? Here comes the Mangonel. Is he going to be able to get a big hit? Big hit on the archers. Taking a lot of HP off of them, but they're still alive. And that Mangonel's still up. Let's take a look. Decent Mangonel hit. A lot of these archers are pretty low. Another Mangonel hit will kill a lot. That said, we still have 2 Mangonels for Lix and 0 for Yo. Well, 1 for Yo. Will he be able to get a lucky shot? Little bit. Nice stand ground from both players. This is really hard to do if you're Lix. Your opponent has the line of sight advantage, and if you're Lix, you have to do damage. You can't tie. You can't go 1 for 1. Because your opponent has 3 town centers, and you have 2 town centers. Yeah, I would assume so. I would assume so. Trip or bust. A lot of new names in the chat. I'm glad you all joined us. Love to see an active chat. Glad you're enjoying the games. That hill coming into a little bit of effect. One more hit. Nope, not Celts. Celts would have gotten that hit off. So good trade from Lix, killing one more Mangonel. Will it be able to get a monster shot on the skirmishers? Nope. Lix is doing okay for his push. Is he going to lose the Mangonel? Gonna lose one for free. That's not great. Not doing okay. Oh, gotta save that one. Okay. This push is not too bad. With the second town center, he's not far behind in economy. Their economies are pretty much the same. Because Yo's economy is not working optimally. This wood line's being delayed. These farmers are not working. These guys are completely cramped. Yo's probably taking more stone than he wants. Decent hit. That Mangonel paid for itself. 4 crossbows. About the same cost as a Mangonel. Imperial Age for Lix. This is because Lix's economy has been untouched at home. Just those farmers are working optimally. And Lix is not... He's only got 2 town centers, so not building too many villagers and not making a food unit. And this Imperial Age is huge. You can get the Bracer upgrade on your crossbows, chemistry. You'll do much better against skirmishers, but... Does Yo have enough to push out now? There's 2 Mangonels here. Gonna go up with the castle. This is the critical part of the game. It's all up to this Mangonel. Mangonel has to kill 2 Mangonels of Lix. Gonna kill 1. Is Yo's castle gonna get denied? He needs this castle up before Bracer comes in on these crossbows. Will the skirmishers be able to kill the Mangonel? The Mangonel's on half health. 18 HP left. Skirmishers are all grouped up together. Here's the monster shot. Gonna kill a few. Castle is almost 50% of the way up. Imperial Age almost done. Another monster shot. Shoot, shoot. Mangonel, shoot. Good hit. Good hit. Castle still halfway up. Another Mangonel for Lix. Yo would have been great if he added a second siege workshop because he needs way more Mangonels. Yo's castle's gonna get denied. Lix is probably gonna get the Bracer upgrade, and I think this is gonna be it. Good game. This time, Lix's push is gonna succeed. GG. This castle will get denied by these Mangonels. Bracer will come in on the crossbows. Yo has nowhere to run. Good game from Lix. And didn't even kill a lot of villagers in this push. Just kept his opponent. Kept his economy not working optimally. Kept his opponent pushed in the back of his base, forced his opponent to take more stone than he wanted, because what other resource are you going to take back here? And GG. Great push from Lix. That comeback is real. Comeback is real. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this penultimate game in this excellent, excellent series between Yo and Lix. Portuguese-Italian War. Civilizations chosen by their opponents. In blue, we have Yo playing as the Italians. In red, we have Lix playing as the Portuguese. Both these are fairly decent civilizations. None of them overwhelm you in any way with any of their bonuses. But they do have useful bonuses. So the Portuguese were, when they first came out, considered like one of the worst civilizations on Arabia. Sure, they get 15% gold discount on all their gold units. Archers, monks, siege, knights. That's a good bonus. Don't really have any other bonuses because they have water bonuses. But their organ guns recently have been shown to be quite effective by the one and only Orhan, or better known as the Viper. It's a really good unique unit. And they can kill town centers, they can kill buildings, they can kill archers very well. In good enough mass, can even kill cavalry. So hopefully we get to see some organ guns from Lix. Do they have a bonus I'm missing? I feel like they do. Italians, Portuguese, not really. Build Fetorias, chip bonuses, cartography from Dark Age. Those are not really going to come into effect here. Their big one, again, is all units cost 15% less gold. Mr. Yo playing as Italians have, again, another one big bonus. That is their age ups are 15% cheaper. Advance to the Feudal Age is 425 food as opposed to 500 food. Vice versa for the Castle Age and Imperial Age. Really great bonus. Other than that, they get some water bonuses, just like the Portuguese. And don't get too many other bonuses. Both civilizations have a very diverse tech tree. Relatively diverse tech tree. Both of them get very good archers. I think both civilizations get arbalest. Where should we get arbalest? They do. Yeah, they do. So both civs get arbalest. Italians can get +1 armor on their arbalest, but it's not a big deal. And other than that, I suppose the Italians get an additional unique unit in the Condottiero, which is nowadays pretty much only good against gunpowder. We probably won't see the Genoese crossbowmen. They're very similar civilizations. Archer-oriented, both get bloodlines, so their cavalry's okay. Both get one big bonus. And yeah, we'll see how this goes out. Let's take a look at the maps. Yo. Terrible gold. Where are you going to place a mining camp for this? You're going to place it here? You're going to place it here? Terrible. Berries on a hill as well. Could potentially wall there. Back. Wood there. Very open map. Not a great map for Yo. Lix has a big hill on the front. Going to try to wall here. Push in some zebra. This is not bad. Can wall it here. Has a gold in the back. Better map for Lix. I like the berries, the gold, the wood a little bit better. So on this KOTD2 Arabia, players are luring in deer quite often. We're seeing a little bit different builds because of that. Currently, the men-at-arms, not as hard to get going. Same thing for scouts. Maybe we see some... I would hazard a guess. Maybe you see a little less towers because of the extra food, but that's my guess. Certainly no straight tower rushes, but we do see men-at-arms and towers, which we haven't seen a lot of this game. Very thankful for that. Why is this not used in a tournament? I don't know. This is a great idea. Players should definitely use this in tournament. We get to see some of those other civilizations. That scout going to lose quite a bit of HP, and he's going to run into the scout of Lix. So we'll lose even more. Yo might even give up on the scout, just try to get as much scouting info as possible and try to run away. Quick gate. We'll lose another 3 HP on that. And Lix is actually just going to go back to a zebra. You're right, this is a great setting. Players should definitely use this in tournaments. Because we get to see these other civilizations. In every tournament, we should see at least every civilization having the chance to be picked. Whether that's Saracens, Portuguese, Khmer, Teutons, Turks, any of the other civilizations we've seen. Game 7 is Yo Mongols versus Lix Spanish. Both those players love those civilizations. I wouldn't be surprised if they picked those civilizations, but and that's a fairly even civ matchup too. So yeah, you're right. This will be the last one where they pick their opponent's civs. And so Yo has always played the Mongols for years and years in team games and in Sai. Both these players are Sai players, and I would hazard a pretty good guess that Lix always plays Spanish, so that might be one of the reasons why. Yo going to go with the stable. I didn't remark on his quick uptime. I would guess he went up on 20 population, but I wasn't actually paying attention. Oh, actually went up without loom. So not the quickest uptime. I think it could have gone up a little bit faster. But regardless, up faster than his opponent. Lix, monster walls. This is really not nice. Using 2 villagers to build that wall instead of 1. I'm gonna go up with stable. Just why? Why so many villagers on, on these walls? I could justify it more if he doesn't build any spearmen. Otherwise, he might need to build the spearmen, but still. At this point, Yo should have a scout out much sooner than Lix. He 1 scout advantage. And I need to pay attention more to the eco upgrades. I missed it. Okay, we have both eco upgrades for both players. Real good to see the least used in action. I completely agree. This is going to be a great fight for Yo if he takes it. Okay, and he's going to see that. There we go. That's that one scout advantage we talked about. These scouts are basically dead. There's another one there, but another one will come out for Lix. Lix not taking too many hits. He only took one hit on that scout. That's not bad. Looks like 2 hits. And now Lix is going to get housed. He's very housed. Just starting on that house right away. Not a great start for Lix. Already a small advantage for Yo. The scout's going to take a few more hits. Now we have a spearman out for Lix. Oh! Oh. Almost got a hit. Alright, what's the follow-up going to be for these players? Are we going to see an archery range or just more farms and a quick castle age? Alright, if you're Lix, do you like your map? Not really. Knights is going to be a risky play because I gotta think that Yo can go archers and hit this wood line. Or archers hit this wood line. I would build an archery range if I was Lix. Lix going to go with an early wheelbarrow. Not a great engagement again for Lix. Yo. I think Yo, if you're in the driver's seat, why not just keep going scouts? You could go archers and hit those wood lines, so yeah, I would go archers. And there we go, archery range for Yo. Let's check his resources. How did this happen? Lix gonna kill a villager. What happened? Yo must have just gotten lost with these scouts. That should not have happened. Nice opportunistic play from Lix, killing a villager when he probably shouldn't have. Being down a scout and all. That gives Lix the score advantage. 2 kills in this game, both for Lix. Very weird. Very weird that happened. Maybe he killed 2 villagers. 1 or 2 villagers. No, he killed the scout. How did this happen? How is the KD 2-0? Yo has had the scout advantage this whole game. Got a few extra hits on these scouts of Lix, and yet Lix has 2 more kills. And now he's going to go for scale barding armor. Lix going to add the archery range. This is a late archery range. So Lix will probably... It looks like Lix is going to invest heavy into scouts. That's why the archery range is up late, because he is getting bloodlines and scale armor. Meanwhile, Yo is not investing heavy into scouts. He's going to invest into archers quicker. And go with a quicker uptime. Let's see if Lix can do the damage. These scouts... Oh, not so great HP. It is walled in the back for Yo. It's still open here. Not enough archers to defend. Scouts have bloodlines. I don't think these scouts can do too much. I think they're too weak. This one's very weak. An okay fight, but not really worth it to get those upgrades if Yo is going to go up with a faster castle age time. That's an okay fight. And that's about as much as you can do. These scouts are just too weak. Don't think those upgrades were worth it for Lix. Bloodlines and scale armor. Let's check. Is Lix up to the next age? Not quite there yet. Might need another few minutes. At the very least, he's keeping Yo busy. Will he be able to kill another villager? He will. Another lucky play. When you get 3 lucky plays in a row, I suppose it's not luck. Just trying to kill a villager wherever you can. Keeping Yo busy. 9 HP. Is he going to get another? Is he going to get another? That's the weak scout. No, he's not. Keeping Yo at home, and look at Yo. Yo's only got 3 archers. So I think this has disrupted Yo's economy more than it looks. Maybe Yo forgot to put more villagers on gold because he's so distracted with these scouts. Stuff like that does happen. And you know, because you play games and that happens. It happens to you, happens to me, happens to pro players. Just distracting your opponent is good. Yo up to the next age. Sorry, Lick's up to the next stage. He'll be fine. He doesn't get a big raid on this wood line. Remember, those wood lines for Lick's very exposed to archer raiding. Lick's is gonna pull back. Lick's have Town Watch. Doesn't... Is that Town Watch? I think it is. No, that's not Town Watch. The house has no line of sight. Doesn't have Town Watch yet. I wouldn't have been able to see these archers, but had enough game sense to move them back. Look at Yo, he's got a full circle of a map. Players will try to wall their map any way possible, despite all the nerfs to walling. And this scout is done. But it will see the new town center for Yo, which is good. Maybe it'll run past. No. Got close. Got stuck. Alright, this could be a problem for Lix. These crossbows are going to get in before the archer upgrades are done. In fact, Lix is going to take a risk and kill one of these crossbows on the right. Then going to move to the left. Wall is down. This could be a huge raid for Yo. Crossbow, Bach, and arrow coming in immediately. Will the upgrades be done? Yo hesitating. Not going to get any villagers with this raid. This game coming down to a few seconds. This one crossbow will do some damage. Would have been worth it for Lix to just take one crossbow and leave him there from earlier on. And in fact, this crossbow could even kill a villager if it's lucky. No, not gonna happen. Very quick university for Lix. Gonna get ballistics. We'll add a town center there. Military count dead even. Villager count very close. Slight advantage for Yo. Yo with the third town center, so he's much faster up with that. This is the second town center for Lix, but Lix has chosen to invest a lot of wood into the university and ballistics instead of the third town center. So army advantage for Lix as far as upgrades are concerned. Will he be able to do something with it? Let's see. Let's see if he can kill some villagers on this wood line. Yo with enough game sense to know to move his villagers back. And a lot of army from Yo. I think Yo could take this. Even without ballistics. And here's Yo's ballistics, so Yo's not very far behind. Small advantage for Yo this game. It's actually growing into a moderate advantage, as he has an 8 villager lead, and a little bit of an army lead. Not by too much. Lix should go aggressive. Yeah, if you're gonna get with the early university, you definitely should. And this is not a fight I expect Lix to win. Ballistics is not done quite yet. Shoot! Bit of miss micro from Lix. And that was nice, killing two crossbows right there. At the exact same time. So Lix not making good use out of that early ballistics. Got a few villagers behind because of that. Partly in because of that. Gonna get one villager. Try to get a second, but... Looks like Lix will lose the rest of his army. Yo now has ballistics, so there's no way this army escapes. And this will be very unfortunate if this villager dies to the lion. This could be a game-changing lion. 2 HP. Just barely. Just barely. This guy getting away with 3 HP. So Lix is going aggressive like he suggested. Zach? Zark? Yeah. Gonna add a siege workshop. It's a good place to push. He can take out all these buildings and can push it on the wood and gold. Push it on this wood. This is an excellent place to push. Another archer range from Lix. I would hazard a guess that Lix is going to stay 2 town centers, stay in the castle edge for some time, and really going to try to do some damage to Yo. This is going to be the 3rd time we've seen Lix with a big castle age push. He apparently likes to do this push. Yo's a little more defensive. And these walls are still paper thin. These archers could get through. Lix did not double layer wall that. Lix is also interestingly going to skirmishers. He does not get a gold discount on skirmishers because they don't cost gold. He won't get any civ bonus with that. Yo with even a 4th town center. His economy's rolling. For him to go into the Imperial Age, I think it'll be like 800 food. And this looks to be that big raid. Skirmisher is done from Lix. So this could be a bit of a trap also. Let's see how well these crossbows can do. +2 armor's done on these skirmishers, that's big. Otherwise, these skirmishers wouldn't stand a chance. This is not too bad. Some disruption to Lix's economy, but he will kill off all these crossbows, and that's what you need if you're going to go for a big all-in push. You need an army advantage, not necessarily an economy advantage. Nice raid from Yo. It looks like he killed 2 villagers on this wood line. So actually, Lix's economy is very disrupted. Let's check his economy. Lix with 0 food, very low wood and gold. Not taking wood, just got back to taking wood. That raid might have sealed the game for Yo, even though he's lost a lot of his army. Because this raid is really slowing down mangonel production for Lix, crossbow, and skirmisher production for Lix. So far, Lix hasn't done any damage with this push. It's going to take out a few buildings, but these are not essential buildings. And Yo's got a siege workshop behind. Yo just needs to defend. He needs to go 1 for 1. Lix does have this hill. This mangonel won't kill these mangonels unless he deletes it. It's a nice bug. Would have been worth it to delete in that situation 100%. And let's see, can Yo get this mangonel? No, it looks like actually crossbow might get this. No. Pair is right there. Let's take a look at the north. A few crossbows for Yo. Siege workshop randomly over there. Yo gonna transition to knights. Not too bad. Army count for Lix is going up and up, but it's skirmishers, and Yo's transitioning to knights. Will Lix have enough crossbows to defend from the knights? Good hit from Lix. Lix is going to add a stable of his own, probably to deal with mangonels. Lix sold 200 wood. Back at home, Lix, 2 town centers. Lix doing a little damage to Yo. Idling a lot of the farmers. The gold is not being mined. That's very important, but the gold on the left is being mined. We have a crossbow raid down at the bottom. Will Yo get a huge hit on the crossbows? This is big. This is huge. 1 small hit. And here's the big hit. Gate is down. The mangonel is chilling out. What are you doing, mangonel? Just chilled out for just half a second too long. And now the crossbow's going to move in. Well, they're not going to get too much. They're going to get a villager, maybe. Oh, they're going to die. Huge misplay from Lix. Maybe that costed him the game. Every small thing counts in this game. It's a pretty close one. That's a shame. Those 6 crossbows could have taken down the gate. Could have got in, destroyed the mangonel, killed some villagers. We didn't see it happen. Yo's economy very disrupted, but will this Night Swish be enough to seal him the game? So bad for Lix. Doesn't look too good. But he's got a siege advantage. He's got 2 mangonels. How many knights does Yo have? He's got a few. They have a few upgrades also. They need bloodlines. Maybe Lix can add some more crossbows in this army and defend from the knights. Maybe he could see this coming and add a mangonel. Does Lix see the stables? Has no idea about the stables, and that's some poor scouting from him. Few knights back at home. And Lix's economy still doesn't even look good. This wood line is so inefficient. This gold is not looking too good either. We're going to see Yo go for a push right there. And at the same time, distraction. You want to distract as much as possible. Knights are so much easier to micro than crossbows, especially when you have 2 groups. Knights going to take down all the mangonels. This is going to be GG, I think. Knights with +2 armor. They still need bloodlines. Not enough crossbows here to defend. Luckily, Lix did defend on the north side. Town center did go down to Rams, but Rams will get destroyed. No more push for Lix. Now Yo is on the aggressive, and he's got a village advantage. That's a big difference compared to the other way around, where Lix was pushing, but had a villager disadvantage. And he's got the army composition. He's got knights. Knights don't need to be massed. They can raid. They can raid very well on open maps. Crossbows, if you're going to defend with them, you need a mass. And Lix just lost a lot of them. I'm going to have to build some more. I'm going to have to build quick. That's a lot of knights. Bloodlines is being researched. Mr. Yo is building a castle. Where is he building a castle? He's gonna build a fort. He's gonna end this game right now. Great castle. Great castle. Monks can change games, but can one monk change the entire game? No, he can't. He can't even get a single conversion. This is it. This is the play for Yo. Doesn't even need to build the castle here. He's gonna build it right there. And that's still a good castle. Too many knights on the field for Yo. Lix trying to build stables of his own. His knights will be better. They're cheaper, but it's not going to matter. Sneaky Mangonel from Lix in the back. The Mangonel's getting uphill hits. This is going to be some sort of monster defense from Lix if he's going to have to try to win this game. And look at the advantages for Yo. He's got a big economy advantage, and he's got a big military advantage. GG. GG. So Lix's push, going for that big Castle Age push once again, not successful. Yo with a great defense. Yo with a good game. And that archer transition was great. Those scouts in the Feudal Age for Lix, getting the Bloodlines and scale barding armor upgrades, not really worth it. You could kind of see it wasn't going to be worth it either because Yo walled off so much of this map. Scouts are good on open maps, not when your opponent closes it off. That led to a faster Castle Age from Yo. Much faster. Did a little bit of the damage, booted up his economy, defended well. GG. Good game for Yo. Go back to the next game. Score right now is 4-2. Yo will win most of the games today, but there's one more left to be played. This game is going to be the Spanish-Mongols War. It'll be coming up very shortly. Use the restroom. Game will start in 1 minute. Alright, and we're back. Hello, and welcome to the final game in Deju's show match for $100. Each game worth about $13. Score currently is 4-2 for Yo. This game is set civilizations, unlike the rest of the games. We have Mr. Yo playing as Mongols and Lix playing as Spanish. Why are they playing as these two civilizations? Well, this is a fairly even civ matchup, in my opinion, between Mongols and Spanish. Both have their strengths and weaknesses, which we'll get into. Also, both of these players are very comfortable with these civilizations. They may or may not have chosen it for this matchup. I'm not exactly sure on the settings. And Yo always plays Mongols in team games for Sai. Lix always plays Spanish. And that's how it's been for years. So both these players very comfortable with these civilizations. And who has the advantage in this particular matchup? So, Yo playing as the Mongols. So, going into Feudal Age, you have to say it's the Mongols. They have a great bonus in that their hunters gather 50% faster, will be great with the zebras and the boar. Huge bonus. As well, their scouts +2 line of sight, so another great bonus. Lends themselves to a great scout rush and a great opening in the game. After that, the Mongols don't really have too much going for them. They don't have anything in Castle Age. Sure, they get access to Camel, which is nice, but no bonuses. In Imperial Age, they get the strongest unique unit in the game in the Mangadai. It's objectively the strongest unit in the game. It's really good. And this is going to be a re. First re of the series. Licks.